good, everybody? What's good? It's Hollywood Sports bringing you another video. Yeah, guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Hollywood Sports. But guys, what I want to do is give you my impressions of UFC 4. Okay, UFC 4. I played the beta and I'm giving you my impressions. But just so you know, guys, in the backdrop, that's UFC 3. Okay, it's not 4, it's 3. Just to get that straight. All right. Now, I'm just gonna lay the good stuff out, then I'm gonna lay the bad stuff out. Okay, first of all, I want to say, in UFC 4, the beta, the features, well, the areas that they had was Fight Now, Career Mode, Offline Modes, Online Modes, and Create a Fighter. But in the beta, you could only play Play Now and Online Modes. And online modes include Quick Fight and Invite, okay, an online world champion, and Blitz battles. Those were the modes you can play online, okay. Now, you can only fight in Quick Fight and Invite. Those are the only two modes we can fight in the beta. Was Quick Fight and Invite, okay. The online modes we can play in the beta. Now, the beta had 11 fighters, okay? You had Kamaru Usman, you had Colby Covington, you had Leon Edwards, Jorge Masvidal, Tyrone Woodley, Nate Diaz, you had Demian Maia, Conor McGregor, you had, you had Stephen Thompson, and you had Gilbert Burns, and Donald Cerrone, yeah. Those were the 11 fighters in the game. Well, let's talk about the good parts of the game, guys. Now that you know what fighters was in the beta, the graphics are slightly better than this game right here, UFC 3. Okay, but I keep wanting to get off my track, but let me stay on track, guys. The graphics are a little bit better than this game for UFC 4, okay? UFC 4 graphics are a little bit better this year than 3. Let's see. The fighters' muscle tones are done really well. As you can see, the muscle tones in this game, UFC 3, UFC 4 muscle tones look more realistic. You know, their body, their six-pack on their muscles, their muscle tone looks a lot better than this game right here. Even though this game still looks good, UFC 3. UFC 4 looks more realistic and more toned. More muscle, as you see the muscle tones, the way they move, looks more realistic, okay? Now, the arena looks really good. I think the graphics stick out just a little bit more in 4. So the graphics are better in UFC 4. And the fight atmosphere is pretty good in this game. I mean, it's good in 3 too, but I think the crowd responds better. I think the commentating is more in detail. So the atmosphere of this game, the sounds of this game make you feel like you had a real UFC match. Okay, I'm sharing the good things with you guys now. The punch and the kick motions and impacts looks more realistic. And when they punch, the speed and motion of their punch and kicks and the way it connects with their opponent looks realistic. The impact looks realistic. Okay, you're really gonna love that. You're really gonna love that. Let's see. The ground game interactions and player movements are to me the best in the game. When they're on the ground and moving around, their physics, how they interact with each other looks really good, guys. It looks really good on the ground game, okay? The foot planning during player movements is slightly better. You know, when they go forward and backwards, as you can see right here, as they move forward and backwards, I think the foot planning and less sliding is better in UFC 4. Just a little bit. It's a noticeable little bit. And you probably might notice it, but you know, since I was analyzing the game, I was really looking a lot closer to some good things. But I just want to let you know that the foot planning is a little bit better as they move backwards and forward. There's less sliding. You might be able to even see some sliding in here. But all in all, guys, it looks really good. Let's see. The pace and the speed of the fight has more of a realistic look when you're watching the fight. I mean, the pace, the movements, like I said, the atmosphere, it looks, the pace of the fight, the way they move looks more, I don't know what to say, it just looks more realistic. How about that? Let's keep it simple. Instead of the fight looks more realistic as they're going against each other, and the way they move, just the pace of the game. It looks more realistic when they're fighting. Okay, now the physics seem a lot better with the fighters' interactions. You see a little slight morphing of their fingers might go through somebody, or just a little. You're always gonna get those video game morphs. I think it was less in UFC 4, but you're always gonna get that. But I thought that the physics, when they're especially on the ground game, it looks really good. But the physics, the interactions when they get punched, like I said, the punch reactions looks really good. Okay. Let's see. Operating the controls are a lot simpler to do and execute. Okay. A lot of people talked about submission holds. Every control in the game is really simple, guys. It's really simple. I think everybody's because I think everybody can always complain about the controls with this game, and you really got to practice and get these controls down. But I think right now they're really simpler to execute in UFC 4. Yeah, operating the controls during the fights a lot more easier. It felt good. It seems like it's easy to remember. There weren't so many combinations just to do one move or a takedown or whatever. It's really simple moves. Let's see what else. The game, as a matter of fact, there's online on-screen instructions to each move. If you want to turn on the instructions, and they're real simple. They explain how you do the moves as you're fighting. So I thought that helped me a lot. So that's why I know the moves are really simple to complete, and the control is really good in the game. The control is really good. Okay. Let's see. The sounds throughout the game, throughout the fight, sounds really good. It's a good fighting atmosphere, like I was saying in the beginning. The commentary is really detailed. Okay, there's some things I don't like about the commentary, but I'll tell you about that when I talk about the bad. It's not a lot. It's just one thing I don't like about it. But other than that, what they say, how they talk about the fighters, their careers, all that stuff is in the commentary. It's really detailed, guys. And I think you're going to like the commentary, of course, until you get tired of it, right? Okay, now let's talk about the bad. Okay, now the announcers, here's the bad part for the announcers, the commentary. They never get excited. They talk. They have an even tone. They talk. A few times you might seem like they got a little bit excited. They raised their voice, but it really wasn't excitement. Okay, I didn't hear the commentators get excited about like wow, look at that punch. Nothing like that. It was just an even tone. I mean, their interactions was really well done, but I'm just saying they didn't get excited. At least in the beta, they didn't get really excited during the action, the announcers. The player face scans are bad. They're not good. I'm just being honest with you. In my opinion, the player face scans are not good. They don't show any expressions during the fight. It looks like their heads don't match their bodies. Their heads look too big for the body. I mean, you'll notice it right away. It's almost like they tried to paint the face on, and then they connected it to the body. I don't know. It just doesn't look right. The face scans and the heads don't look good at all, guys. It doesn't match their bodies. Their bodies look really good, and then you put the head on the top. It doesn't even match. Okay. The player faces are really stiff. They show no emotion. They look blank. As you can see in this game, you see a little bit of facial expression when they're throwing punches and stuff like that. But in UFC 4, they look blank, like it's just a photo. You don't even see their eyes move. It's just a blank, stiff look. Like they had plastic surgery and their skin is too tight or something. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, they don't show any emotions. Another thing I didn't like about the fighters were their trunks. Their trunks didn't have any motion. They didn't have the real cloth-like movement. You know, the physics of the trunks, they just seem like stiff, like cardboard. It didn't look good at all. The trunks, they look fake. I figure what, you know, what PS4 and Xbox 3, I mean Xbox, you know, Xbox Series X or whatever Xbox it is, Xbox One, you would think they can make those look a lot better. And you see how the trunks is in this game, UFC 3. Those aren't great, but I think see how the trunks right around their thighs move around. They don't do that in UFC 4. They're really stiff. They're really stiff. Just to give you a heads up. That's another bad thing I didn't like was the trunks. The cloth physics didn't look real. I mean, it just didn't look good. It just looked like cardboard or something. And when you see the blood, like here, when you see the blood in this game, I thought it was a lot more realistic. When you see the blood in UFC 4, it doesn't look like blood. It looks like paint, like a spray paint, like a bright red paint. And it doesn't look like blood at all. The way it's like they don't blend it in. You'll notice it just doesn't look good at all as far as the blood goes. You see it dripping on the arena, but it just doesn't look right. On the arena, it kind of looks okay, but on the bodies, the blood doesn't look right. It just look like bright red paint. Okay, let's see. And one thing I didn't do, guys, I didn't go online. I tried one time, and you would be amazed at how bad these guys try to do things online. They just throw punches, look, and kick 1,000 times, kick. They were doing stuff like that. It wasn't a strategic like UFC match, and people just do anything to win. So I didn't even finish the match. I said, oh, I can't go online and do this. I can't go online and do this. I can look at this game and tell what it's all about by just playing the CPU. Okay. So I didn't go online, guys, just to let you know. I didn't really explore the online opportunities. People just don't, you know how people play online, guys. They're trying to cheese and spam the buttons and all that. So I didn't even finish the match. Okay. So I just want to let you know, I'm sorry if I didn't do the online. I just couldn't deal with it. I just couldn't deal with all that crap, if I could use a better word. Okay. But the overall total review of the beta, guys, it was not good to me. It looked good. It sounds, the atmosphere is good. But again, as far as their faces and the trunks and the blood, and at times the fighters look robotic at times. Sometimes they look good. Sometimes they look robotic. But the ground game is where it looks really good. It looks realistic, the ground game. But I'm just telling y'all how I felt, man. Hopefully you guys will be able to judge for yourself. But my total review, out of 10, I would probably give this game maybe a 6.5 or a 7. I really didn't like that the announcers didn't get really excited to the action. They didn't match the action. The player faces was another turn off. The blood was a turn off. The ring girls, they never came into the ring. They was outside of the ring. But then again, guys, this is just the beta. I don't know how complete the beta was compared to what it's going to be at retail at release. But overall, yeah, I would probably give it a 6.5 or a 7 for UFC 4. But I still think it's enjoyable if you can get past those points, those bad points that I said. But I don't think I'm gonna buy it. If I do, I may try the career mode. But yeah, guys, that is my review. Well, it's not really a review. It's not a complete game, but those are my impressions of the UFC 4 beta. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, I'm glad you clicked on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and all I'll say is thanks for watching.